Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Come closer, my sweet little gossip goblins. Shh, shh. There's no need to speak. The tea dragon already knows why you're here. But before I open my hoard, before I pour a single drop of questionable information, if you want to keep visiting my den, if you want more rumors, more secrets, more scandal, then go ahead and tap the like button for me. If you're feeling brave, leave a comment down below. Tell me what type of tea you want next. Workplace, relationship, friend group betrayal, or the kind of tea that ruins Thanksgiving forever. And if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe, because once you're in my hoard, you don't really leave. Okay, now let's pour. I am the tea dragon, and this is my hoard. Not gold, not jewels, not princesses. No. I hoard rumors. I hoard secrets. I hoard half-truths and full lies, and information that is technically illegal to know. And if you're here, that means you want the tea. But if we trade, tail for tail only. Fair exchange. So, you can sip quietly. You can listen. You can pretend you're above it. But by the end of it, you're going to be parched. Let's pour. Okay, before we begin, a few rules. Rule 1, this is a safe space for gossip. Rule 2, do not repeat what you hear. Unless it's funny. And rule 3, if you're going to be messy, be quiet about it. Okay, I have my tea, you have your ears, and I have so much to tell you. First sip, there's this person, right? And everyone thinks they're like so sweet, so innocent, so I would never, but baby, they would. They're the kind of person who says, I don't like drama. But they don't like drama because they prefer war. They're polite, they're helpful, they're the first to offer you a ride. And then later, you find out they've been telling people you're going through something. Excuse me, but what is that something? Nothing. You're literally fine. But they said it in a tone that was like, oh, I just worry about her. Worry? Yeah, they don't worry. They curate narratives. The rumor is they keep a list of who likes who hates who, a list of who cried in the bathroom, and they call it their little social map. Sociopathic? No. Efficient? Yes. Okay, second sip. So there's this couple, and they post like constantly. And I don't mean, oh, they're in love. I mean, like, they post like they're trying to convince the universe they're in love. You know the type. They'll be like, date night with my soulmate, and then post a blurry photo of a mozzarella stick. Like, girl, be serious. Anyway, rumor is they don't fight, they don't argue, they don't raise their voices. No, they do something worse. They fight in therapy language. Yeah, they'll be like, I hear you. I validate your feelings. Your reaction is rooted in trauma. And that's when you know somebody's about to get emotionally dropkicked. And allegedly, they have broken up 3 times. But they keep getting back together because they share 1, streaming accounts, 2, a dog, and 3, a lease. Okay, 3rd sip. There's always one friend who's like, oh my god, I'll Venmo you, and then they don't. And then you gotta remind them, and they go, oh my god, I forgot. And then they send you like $4.17 for a meal that was $26. And when you go to say something, they act like you're greedy. Like, babe, I'm not greedy. I'm just not sponsoring your lifestyle. Rumor is they're not forgetful. They're practicing. They're practicing the ancient art of financial gaslighting. Because if they do it enough, you'll stop asking. And then they win. Okay, this one? This one's common. So, like, there's this person, and they say they're over their ex. But I mean, they say it a lot. Like, a lot. They'll be like, I'm so over them. I don't even care. I literally never think about them. And then 15 minutes later, anyways, my ex used to hate this song. Baby, you're not being over them. That's being in a long distance relationship with resentment. And the rumor is they still check their ex's social media account. Not directly. Oh no. They're smart. They check through their cousin's friend's dog's account. And they pretend it was an accident. But the tea dragon knows. I know. Okay, so now we're getting to the good stuff. The workplace tea. So there's this job, and there's this manager. And the manager is always so professional, so calm. So we're a family here. The rumor is they're not calm. They're on the edge. They're 1 email away from walking into the ocean. And the real secret, everyone thinks the workplace is held together by policies and structure. No, it's held together by 1 person. 1 underpaid employee who knows how to fix everything, who knows where everything is, who knows everyone's schedule, and if that person ever quits, the entire building will fold on itself like a dying star. I'm not saying that's a rumor. That's physics. Okay, now this one is delicate. There's this person who's like, I'm spiritual. I'm an empath. I'm intuitive. and they always have crystals, and they always have sage, and they always have like 3 different water bottles. The rumor is they're not an empath. They're just hypervigilant. They're not reading your energy. They're reading your microfacial expressions because their nervous system is in survival mode. But they do give great advice. They'll be like, your aura is blocked. And honestly, maybe it is. Maybe you need to drink water and stop texting your ex. Okay. Now, I could keep going forever. I could. I'm a dragon. I have the time. But you've been very polite. You've listened so well. You haven't interrupted. You haven't tried to be the bigger person. I appreciate that. Because the bigger person is usually the one who's losing. So, I'll give you one final rumor. A rare one. A golden one. A rumor about you. Yeah? You. The rumor is you're a kind person, but you act like you don't care. You act chill. You act casual. But deep down, you want a life that feels like magic. You want stories. You want worlds. You want a little bit of danger. You want to feel chosen. And honestly, same. That's why you're here. That's why you found the tea dragon. Because you're not boring. You're just tired. Okay, that's enough tea for now. My hoard must be protected. My throat must be rested. If you want more, you know what to do. Bring me a tale or a rumor. Bring me something highly questionable, and I will trade. Fair exchange. Good night, my little gossip goblin. And don't forget,